So is Donald Trump blowing up his own campaign right now? Is he doing this on purpose? Or will this have no effect? They say the numbers in Wisconsin, Ted Cruz now is ahead by double digits. And we'll see. Dr. Richard Himelfarb is an associate director of political science at Hofstra University. And these latest comments, we have the nuclear comments. We have the comments about the fact that Donald Trump says that he feels that a Supreme Court justice needs to look into Hillary Clinton and this email scandal. I'm not sure what in the hell the Supreme Court justice will be doing there, but that's what he says. And then, of course, the comments on abortion, that women should be penalized and punished if they go forward and have an illegal abortion. Doc, what do you think? What's going on here?
Well, I think it's more of the same. It's, Donald Trump just basically popping off and in the process sort of showing people how little he knows about, the substantive issues in American politics. The interesting thing is that it doesn't really seem to fundamentally harm him among his supporters,
right,
who see the criticism that he takes for this as a sort of a badge of honor. So, how many times has he said, outrageous things or stupid things or things that just show how completely uninformed he is, and there have been no consequences this year. That's really been the story of the election so far, is that he says things that would sink practically any other candidate alone in another year, but he says them, and not only that, he doubles down on them, and he seems to suffer no real political consequences for that.
Well, we're looking at numbers right now in Wisconsin where Cruz is gaining ground to the point now he has a double-digit lead.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, and I think Kasich might even be ahead of Trump. There's a chance they're saying that Trump could take third in Wisconsin. Would that have happened anyway, or is that because there are people that are still on the fence and now, the latest comments have turned them against Trump?
It's not really clear what's going on. I don't think that the week that Donald Trump has had has helped him. The accusations against his campaign manager, who's accused of battery, and the comments about punishing women who have abortions have, I think, hurt him. But, I think that even if Donald Trump loses in Wisconsin next week, it's really just a bump in the road for him.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, he is going to end up before Cleveland with the most delegates, maybe not a majority, but he will have the most delegates. He will have won the most contests. He will have the most votes. And there's a possibility that the Republicans could try to take him down, that the establishment could try to take him down at that convention in Cleveland. But to what end?
Yeah.
Because if they do take him down, he's going to say, I've been ripped off. This is exactly what the establishment does. And you can bet that his supporters are going to say, we won't support whoever the establishment nominee is. So either outcome, either have Trump on the ballot or the establishment taking him down, is likely to result in a Hillary Clinton victory in November.
So do you think Hillary, I mean, here in New York, she had a huge lead over Bernie Sanders, and now all of a sudden, Sanders is within 9, 10, 11 points right now.
You know what? Anything is possible, but look, she has such a large delegate lead that Bernie Sanders is going to have to pull basically an inside straight and just really run the table in subsequent contests.
Yeah.
The problem for Democrats is that delegates are apportioned on a proportional basis. So, as long as she continues to win 40-45% of the votes, he can't rack up enough delegates to overtake her. I think she's got something like a 300 delegate lead.
Yeah.
Moreover, all of these super delegates do not want to nominate a socialist. They think that that's going to be problematic in the fall. Yeah. And they're all on her side right now, too.
You know what? I want to just throw this out there and just get your opinion. And it is now April. Here we are on April 1st, and the election is in November. We've seen so many times over history where, there can be an October surprise. Who knows what happens in August? I mean, it is really, I wish I could fast forward to November right now to see what happens the day after the election, because who knows what surprise we're in for between now and then.
You know something? I think that I don't think there are going to be surprises.
Oh.
I think the only thing that's going to happen that could shuffle the deck, the only significant event that could shuffle the deck would be an indictment of Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that might cause even people who support her to reconsider whether they want to nominate or vote for a president who could, be in court.
Yeah.
Is being accused of, of criminal activity. So that could reshuffle the deck. I don't think she's going to be indicted. I think there could be a scandal where the FBI recommends an indictment, and then the Obama administration basically says we're not going to indict her.
Yeah.
There could be that kind of controversy. But barring that, barring something completely out of the blue, she's going to win. I mean, look, she's ahead 10 points in every Real Clear Politics poll, or in the average of them.
Yeah.
Some she's ahead by only 6 points, but others she's ahead by about 15, 20 points.
And what's interesting ahead, with all of this going on, with all of this controversy happening, she still remains ahead. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
It's crazy because her negatives, 53% of the country disapprove of Hillary Clinton.
I know.
In any other year, that would be toxic. The problem is that in the same polls, over 2/3 of Americans have a negative view of Donald Trump.
Right.
So he is, as negatively as she is viewed, as unpopular as she is, he's toxic.
Pretty incredible. This entire season has been just so amazing. Dr. Richard Himelfarb, thanks for coming on this morning. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Christine has news coming up. Hold tight. We'll do a free money question of the day as well from the Hobica Law Firm. $100, $200, or $300 in cash on the line coming up at WIBX.